Hey everybody, welcome back to my video. Today is Monday, which is Recipe Monday, so I'm giving you guys a recipe. So, question for you guys. When you're making dinner, and sometimes when you're making dinner, you get in that spot where you say, well, I can't make this because I don't have this. Well, I can't make this because that ingredient, so I can't make it. Well, I'm telling you, you can. Get creative in your kitchen, and I know you can do it. Today I'm using stuff around the house that I can use to make beans that I usually wouldn't use to make beans, but it's gonna taste the same. And sometimes when I do this and I get creative in my kitchen and I use what I have, sometimes it tastes even better. I know, it's amazing. Here's everything you're gonna need. To start off, I have just a can of Newman's Own tomato sauce, and it has like peppers and spices and things like that. You can even use just a jar of regular sauce, tomato sauce, anything like that. If you're gonna use a regular tomato sauce recipe and it doesn't have any ingredients, just tomatoes and salt and things like that, then I would suggest adding in some peppers or another tomato or some onion and garlic and some seasonings like Italian seasoning and stuff like that. But if it already has seasonings, then you can just use this and you don't have to add in these things. If you want, if you still want to, then sure, add them in and that would be fine. But today I don't need those because I have this sauce with me. And if I was making my regular beans, because this recipe is just as good and it's the same thing basically, but if I was making the regular beans that I usually make, I would be using a can of tomato sauce with Italian seasoning and basil and parsley and cilantro and things like that, but I don't have those kind of things. Or I would just be using tomato and the same seasonings that I just mentioned. And so yeah, let's get to it. So I also have an onion here that I'm going to be using 2 cloves of garlic, and some olive oil, pepper, salt, some smoked paprika, and ground cumin, lemon pepper seasoning, and crushed red pepper flakes. Now, if you guys don't have 1 or 2 of these ingredients, then just substitute them. You don't need to have olive oil. If you just have regular oil, then use that. You don't need to have smoked paprika. If you have paprika, then just use that. Things like that. Or if you don't have paprika in general, then use chili powder or something like that. Or if you like it something spicy, then add jalapenos or something like that to add some more flavor. It's really up to you, and it's using what you have. This is what this series is all about. So use what you have, and I'm going to show you how I make my beans today using what I have in my kitchen. I'm going to start by cutting this onion, and I'm going to be using this whole onion because I have 1 pound of beans here, and I love onions in my beans. Before I cut my onions and garlic, I'm going to put some olive oil in here. And I'm just using some extra virgin olive oil. You can use any kind of oil that you need or you have. And it looks kind of dirty because I was using my quick soak method in here in my pot. If you guys want to see this video or how to make quick soaked beans so it doesn't take so long to soak them, then go check it out on my channel. And I'll have it there for you. Okay, I'm gonna get back to cutting my onions, and then I'm gonna put them in here with the oil. If you guys got creative in your kitchen and used something else that I didn't use, let me know in the comments below. I wanna know, I'm really interested. If you guys like these videos, hit the like button down below because that also helps my channel, but not only that, but it helps me to know that you like these videos and you want to see more just like them. So yeah, let me know. And I'm just dicing these onions. They don't have to be perfect because they're going to melt down into the beans, so you can't really tell. But I love me some onions in my beans. A lot. And so does my husband, so. here are my onions and my garlic. I'm gonna add over to my oil that's been heating up. It's on medium-high heat right now, and I'm just gonna put in my onions and my garlic. So like I said, if you're not using that sauce, you can add in your peppers now, you can add in your tomatoes now. Any vegetables that you're going to be using, I would add them in now. Good shake. And then I'm gonna let them sit for about 10 minutes. Every now and again, I'm gonna stir them, and I'm gonna let them really melt down and get all nice and clear and translucent, okay? So I'll see you back in a couple minutes. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm gonna give this a good stir. Some Celtic salt, awesome, and some cracked pepper. I love this pepper. It's called the peppercorn medley, and it has coriander, pink peppercorns, white peppercorns, and even green peppercorns, and so it gives so much flavor to your food, I've noticed, than just regular black peppercorns. And then I'm just gonna give this a stir, and I'm gonna let this cook a little while longer. If you need to, you might need to put in some more olive oil. I would say maybe more tablespoon more. Okay, I'm adding in I am having to add in about a tablespoon more of this olive oil because I don't want the onions and garlic to burn. I just want them to become translucent. They look pretty good. So that's what you kind of want them to look like. Macaroni, I think it's called. But again, use what you have on hand, whatever tomatoey sauce you have on hand. But I'm going in with half a cup of that. I love cooking like this because it really helps you use what you have, and it helps you not waste all the food that you buy. So I like cooking like this too. Here's what it looks like with the sauce. In some of these spices, I have smoked paprika. Oh, it smells so good. Some cumin. About a teaspoon of each of these spices because I am going to put them in again when I put in the beans and the water. Teaspoon of this lemon and pepper seasoning. Also like putting in this now as well because the heat gives it a lot more flavor as you cook it with the tomato sauce and the onions. The heat against the pan gives it a lot more flavor than if you just put it in with the water and the beans. So good. So I'm going to clean up a little bit and then I'll see you guys here in a little bit. So after just a minute, it's going to look like that, and that's perfect. That's all we want. So I have my beans here with 5 cups of water. I like to start out with 5 cups of water and then see how that goes. Sometimes you will need more, sometimes you won't. So I'm going to pour this in very gently. Awesome. I don't have any, but if I had cilantro, I would be putting that in along with my onions and my garlic. It tastes so good in the beans. So if you have that, it's awesome. I'm just going to stir this around. Add another teaspoon of smoked paprika, some cumin, salt, lemon pepper. So I'm gonna put a lid on this and let it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna turn it down to about medium heat. It might be a 4 or a 3 on your stove. And I'm just gonna let it sit there for probably about another hour. But I'll keep you guys updated. Every time you make beans and every time you make rice and something in that area, every time it's gonna be different. So you really need to keep an eye on it. If I say it's gonna be done in an hour for me, for you it may be different. And the next time I make it, it may be different as well. It depends on the amount of water you put in. It depends on the amount of beans you're using. It depends on many, many things. And so just keep an eye on it. One cup of water. I'll show you guys what it looks like before I put it in. This is what it looks like. It definitely needs some water. I'll put in about 1 cup. Woo-hoo. That is much better. Oh, it smells so good in here, guys. So good. Ooh, look, it's hot, it's hot. Okay. Still on medium. I'm gonna leave it like that. Come back in 30 minutes. I'll see you guys there. Bye. And that's all I have. So before I go, here's a question for y'all to think about. What is something in your fridge, in your pantry, in your kitchen that you can use to make something so you don't have to run to the store? What is that thing? What are those ingredients that you are going to use? Think about it. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you ever made a recipe, got creative, and got spontaneous with your recipe making and it turned out even better than the original recipe. Let me know that also down below. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.